is Harmony Kulp. I'm in 4th grade and I go to Hillcrest Elementary.
She's very inquisitive. She loves to learn new things. She loves to help other people.
Definitely gets involved. I know she's musically involved.
I really like to sing, and I sang ever since I was little in preschool.
But she's always also been a very empathetic child. She's always, ever since, even when she was a toddler, always concerned about family members. Anyone looks upset. If like a child was off on their own, even if they just wanted to be by themselves, she's always like, what's wrong? I have to make sure they're okay.
We see that in all she does. In her artwork, in her music, her creative stories. It really comes back to being kind. I think the family all are creative thinkers, so they do a lot of nice things to give back to the community.
We just wanted to inspire everyone to be kind, and so we made a ton of pins.
Harmony's mom had approached me about the possibility of sharing these kindness pins with the school. She said that their family had a friend who was an artist.
Dave Gerbstadt, he's a local artist, and he does showings all over the city and the greater Philly area.
He had some difficulties after an accident, and children wrote to him and helped him feel better, so he wanted to give back to schools. So he reached out to Harmony's family to see if he could use our school as a way to give back. And they said, sure, can we help?
Something about wanting to promote kindness and consciousness, awareness of kind behavior.
I think it's a simple message that everybody can kind of live by and practice.
Harmony actually went to this artist's home, cut out all of these different pictures and helped him assemble 735 pins.
There's this little machine, and you put the drawing inside it, and then you do the bottom where you pin it to your shirt.
We then distributed to all the kids in our school. We got up and said a little bit about it at an assembly, and then the kids wore them.
A lot of kids were excited about it. They were walking around bragging about the Be Kind buttons.
When they saw them, since we did practice PBIS, they understood it. They related to it already.
Some of the staff still wears the pins now.
I still wear mine today.
Here's mine.
I know I make sure that I wear mine every day.
To have something come from one of them and not necessarily from a teacher gives it a little bit more ownership. And she was the perfect person to facilitate that, honestly.
This is what she practices. She is an advocate for kindness, and she definitely is a leader, and the kids do look up to her because of that. So she leads by example, and I think it's great.
Her teacher last year, Miss Gilroy, is amazing. And she had the kids write about how they could make a difference in the world, or what they wanted to do to help the world.
Miss Gilroy wanted us to write on a speech bubble how you would help the community, and I wrote I would help the mayor with his problem.
And Harmony brought it home to her mom, and she said, I'm going to send this to the Upper Darby mayor.
I think she was thinking that maybe he would write back and say, here's some ways you could do some community service, here's some ideas. Instead, he writes back and says, how about this?
He invited her to a board meeting. She got to be mayor for the day. She totally dressed the part. She had a beautiful suit on.
Probably the first half of the meeting, she was sitting up with the town council. Then they had a short break and they said, at this point, if parents want to take the children home, you can take them home. She wanted to stay. So she chose to stay, and she voted on an ordinance.
She got up there with him, right next to him in front of all those people.
And I voted for one of the things.
And then he did take her out for hot chocolate.
He took her over to 5 Points Coffee to meet a local business owner. She was really taken with Mayor McCosey, and she really loved just being a part of the whole meeting and the decision-making process. I think she could see what was going on, and she didn't want to leave. She wanted to stay there and see how the whole thing worked.
I think she's always going to be looking for ways to put herself out there and to help everybody else.
There's no doubt in my mind that she's going to be amazing, and Harmony Kulp will not be a name that we hear just once.
She's going to do great things. This is just the beginning, I'm sure.